Hello, and welcome to A Show in the Woods, a show made with $0 and zero. I'm your host, Alex Kayser, and as you might recall, at the end of the last episode, I spouted off some gobbledygook. Musing chimp. Hey, satire. And as per usual, that gobbledygook really meant something else, and in this case, it was what I was thinking while writing that episode. And speaking of uncovering truths, our next guest has served many years of his life as a journalist for the state of Minnesota. He also happens to be my brother. Now, if you'll excuse me, I have to go to an area with better cell phone reception. All right, now let's give him a call. Hello, Zach?
Hello, who is this?
Hey, shut up. I'm on the phone right here. Wait, whoa, what?
What?
How did you get a banana phone?
I picked it up at the store.
This is unprecedented. I have no idea what's going on. It's a live interview at A Show in the Woods. This has never been done before. Oh, I'm being a little bit redundant here, but I have no idea what to do right now. I guess the only... Hey, thank you. Ow. I guess the only thing to do is, start the interview.
Yeah, I suppose.
So, all right, let's put our bananas away for now.
Hopefully we can produce a good interview that'll be
Yeah.
appealing to your viewers.
Okay. So, question number one. I know, and I'm sure many of the people who follow you on social media know, you are the proud owner of a black Bombay cat named Charles. So, and I also know that as a responsible cat owner, you've acquired some facts about felines.
Yes, cat facts.
Yes. Could you share one of your favorite ones?
Well, an interesting one I learned just the other day was that cats, the fastest of house cats, can run up to speeds of 30 miles an hour. And I don't know if you've ever seen the film Jurassic Park, but that's the same speed that they say the T-Rex can run.
They're natural born killers, of course.
Exactly.
Oh, and you got a mosquito on your cheek. Thank you.
And I feel like they based the T-Rex facts in that film a lot on lions. And one of the things they say in the movie, which is incorrect, is that T-Rex will lose you if you don't move, because their vision is based on movement. That's not true. If you looked at the corollary between T-Rexes and lions, because lions, their visual acuity is based on movement, not their vision.
You hear that, Steven Spielberg? Do your homework.
If you stand still, a lion will still be able to see you and eat you.
In addition to being knowledgeable about cats, you're also a student, or at least I'd like to say, a student of history.
That's true.
And you know quite a bit about all manner of things in the recorded past. And I'm curious to ask you, what is a moment in human history that you think more people should know about?
That's a good one. Oh man, you should have given me this question before so I could have an answer.
I kind of did.
No, you didn't. Well, there's a cool one that I got from the history guy, History Deserves to Be Remembered, which you should put a link to his video in the description.
All right.
It's about a riot in Toronto that was birthed from an argument between firemen and clowns, and the riot was caused by a fight over brothel employees. And because firemen at the time, it's emblematic of a trend in history where volunteer fire brigades, not just in Toronto, but all over the country, were basically just street gangs that fought fires occasionally. You should go see History Guy's video on it. It's very good.
Yes, I will make sure to like and subscribe. History Guy, do the same with me. Oh, you are a journalist and you've covered lots of interesting stories, but one of the most, I guess, viral stories that you covered happened a couple of summers ago. Could you care to elaborate on that?
That's true. I was a personal witness to hashtag NPR raccoon.
Yeah, it's a pretty big deal.
Yes,
so,
it was a very big deal. I was one of several Twitter tweeters that were on the scene and whose tweets went viral because of the national attention given to NPR raccoon. It was one of the experiences I will take to my grave and or tell my grandchildren.
And so can you tell us a little bit about how you got onto the scene, or?
It was all chance. The fates determined that I should be one of the witnesses to NPR raccoon. I saw it on Twitter that it was going on just a couple blocks north of my apartment, so I ran down there and I started watching the raccoon with binoculars that I had inherited from my grandfather. And I bonded with the other raccoon watchers over the binoculars. I could loan them the binocs. And so I got to meet a lot of the people who were just as crazy as I was. I watched that raccoon for 6 hours, and I did a plethora of tweets about it, one of which got the attention of a CNN producer. So I got to appear not on CNN, but the low-rent version, HLN.
Pretty big deal, though.
Yeah, pretty big deal.
Yeah.
So that was the next day, and I got to do a national interview on NPR raccoons.
Nice, nice. And you were there for like how long?
6 hours.
6 hours. That is true journalistic integrity there. You're looking at the future Edward R. Murrow.
Journalistic dedication.
Yes.
Yeah.
And speaking of integrity, can I have that banana phone back?
No.
What the? I guess I'll get it next time. Anyway, let's move on to another newspaper man who wasn't afraid to reappropriate some property, Vladimir Ilyich Lenin. Question number 1. Lenin spent much of his life hiding from the Tsar's goons in various European cities, including London, England, where he had to deal with the suspicions of his landlady, a widowed dressmaker by the name of Emma Louise Yeo. Mrs. Yeo was won over by Lenin eventually when he did what? A. Put up some curtains in his room. B. Was nice to her cat. C. Convinced her of the merits of communism. You really dropped the yarn ball on that one, Mrs. Yeo. Question number 2. Revolutions can be quite expensive, and Lenin was not afraid to go to extreme lengths to acquire funds for the Bolshevik Party. Which of the following was an actual scheme thought out by Lenin to acquire some cheddar for the Communist Party? A. Starting a cryptocurrency. B. Selling essential oils. C. Sending in some stud Bolsheviks to woo some wealthy heiresses. Ekaterina and Elizaveta Schmidt were about to inherit a substantial amount of money from their recently deceased brother. However, Lenin also heard about this tragedy and was thinking of a way to profit from it. So he sent 2 of his most handsomest men to seduce the sisters. Both men were successful in wedding their targets. However, only one was able to leech funds, or substantial funds, for the Bolshevik Party. Around 270,000 francs, which would be, let me calculate this, about $2 million US in today's terms. The other Bolshevik lover actually did fall in love with his target, and they ran away together to France.
And that, kids, is how I met your mother.
Question number 3. Lenin's life was full of contradictions and hypocrisies, so it was no big surprise that this happened to him just a few days after the beginning of the Bolshevik coup. A. His car got stolen. B. A safe nearly fell on top of him. C. A Bible saved him from a bullet. Lenin's first official car was the 1915 Turcat Mireille, a vehicle which was specifically built for Tsar Nicholas II. During the lawlessness after the Bolshevik coup, a team of firemen had stolen the vehicle and were just about ready to sell it to a Finnish buyer when Lenin's chauffeur, Stepan Guild, was able to recover the vehicle. This whole scenario, it seems like, what's the word for it?
Ironic.
Well, you know what's cooler than communism? Horoscopes! Aries, get your alibi straight. Somebody knows what you did last summer. Taurus, quit thinking about bowls, you weirdo. Gemini, youthfulness doesn't come from pursuing youth. Cancer, you're going to change a squirrel's life forever. Leo, if you become a parent, it's best to keep the cats away from the cradle. Virgo, corporate will need you to tell the difference between two pitchers. Libra, you're going to experience the extra in extraterrestrial. Scorpio, things will be swell, or things will swell. I'm not entirely sure which one's the correct outcome. Sagittarius, know that you might be a bit paranoid if you think the best defense is offense. Capricorn, a reward awaits you in a cooler, but it isn't something to eat. Aquarius, you'll have some nice family time at a ranch. Pisces, it's time to rethink the relationship between stones and moss. Well, that's all the horoscopes I have for you for today, but be sure to keep an eye on your fortunes because they can rise or fall at any time. A fact that the Count of Monte Cristo, as written by Alexandre Dumas, knows all too well. The sun had run about a third of his course, sending his warm and invigorating rays full on the rocks, which seemed almost insensible to their warmth. The monotonous and continuous chirp of thousands of grasshoppers, invisible in the heath, could be heard. The leaves of the myrtles and olive trees waved and shook in the wind, sending forth an almost metallic sound. With every step Edmund took on the warm granite, he sent scurrying away numerous lizards, bright as emeralds. In the distance, wild goats were to be seen jumping from crag to crag. In a word, the island was inhabited and very much alive. Yet Dantes felt quite alone under God's blue sky. He felt an indescribable sensation akin to fear, a distrust of daylight which, even in the desert, gives us the feeling that inquisitive eyes are following us. The feeling was so strong in him that no sooner had he commenced his tasks than he stopped, laid down his pickaxe, picked up his gun, and climbing to the top of the highest rock, gazed all around him. But he could see neither man nor ship, nothing but the blue sky overhead and azure sea below. Oh my, the time has just gone by. I guess I gotta be signing off here, folks. What should I say? I guess farewell and incoming transmission. Ooh, I see seafront, ragman, snafu. Wow! Oh, God, I don't know what that. I don't know what came over me. I guess it's not important. What was I saying again? Oh, that's right. Farewell. And thank you for watching. And I hope to see you all again soon. Yeah, that's it. All right, bye. Okay.